Everyone, welcome to episode 2 of my YouTube channel, Linklater Beckett. As you know, I am on a beginner's journey of wine and food pairing, novice and learning as I go and sharing this journey with you. Today, my wine is going to be a Malbec from Mendoza, Argentina, and it's from Casa Bonita is the house. The food I'm going to be cooking and pairing it with is poutine. So as I said in my previous episode, some of the recipes I want to do are all nostalgic to me of my heritage, where I grew up, and my mother's heritage and my dad's heritage and stuff. So this one I decided to go a bit Canadian because I am Canadian living in England, and it's poutine. And so it's a really fancy way of saying chips with gravy and cheese. But the cheese is so hard to find in the United Kingdom, so I've had to do some substitutes, so we'll see how it goes. And the gravy, which I thought would be quite straightforward, actually takes a lot longer than I realized, which is all being done now and prepping, and you will see it as well. So let's start with the before and after. The before, and that is just tasting the wine on its own before we've been able to smell any of the food aromas coming through, and before we've tasted it with the poutine. And I just want to say with poutine, usually you would have, I'd say beer or a pale ale with it, but I'm not a fan of those. And I tried this wine a couple of weeks ago, and Malbec I don't find always is very, it's actually kind of light, bit heavier than a bit fuller body than a Pinot Noir, but not like a Chianti. But this particular Malbec almost has like the perfect blend, and even though it's not a Chianti, there's almost this full bodiness to it of a Chianti, and Chianti is one of my favorite reds, so I thought I'd go with the Malbec to see how the Malbec pairs with the poutine. So again, it's this lovely wine, Casa Bonita, Malbec, Mendoza region. And then, as I said before, there's ways you don't just drink a wine. We look, we learn, sniff, and it smells beautiful. And I've said this before, sometimes a wine will smell better than it tastes. Will I like this wine a second time? We'll see. It's very, on the nose, I'd say it's a medium pronounced on the nose. Berries, blackberries, strawberries, there should be some secondary aromas coming through, but I'm so new at this that I can't smell that one yet. Sort of a caramel flavor. And the color, like I said, you've got some options. It's medium in intensity and the appearance of it. I actually think it's ruby in the color of it. And it smells sweet, but does it taste sweet? I'd say it's medium. I was going to say off dry, but I'm going to stick with medium. Acidity is medium. Tannin, medium. You can certainly taste the alcohol, so that's medium in that. I do think the body of the wine is medium in look and flavor. Short, medium finish. think it's a good wine. But what are the flavors I'm tasting? So when I smelt it, I smelt berries, strawberries. I smelt some caramel. I think I want to say cherries or plums. I'm drinking this one a lot quicker than I did in my first episode of the other wine that I tasted. It's a really nice wine. It's a really drinkable wine. But how will it taste with poutine? I want to say it's a bit like creamy as well. It's a very nice wine. But like I said, how is it going to taste with the poutine? So let's get over to that piece of it. Okay, see you in a sec. Hi, so as we continue on with the cooking today, I'm just going to saute the onions. And as you know, I'm doing poutine, which again is a Canadian dish, popular in French Quebecois. And it's going to sparkle out. And we're doing some stock, beef stock, chicken stock, fresh. And I've mixed some vegetable stock with some corn flour or cornstarch, so it'll thicken it, with seasoning and some garlic. And we're going to let that brew for a while because it's going to take quite a long time to do the gravy portion of making poutine. We'll be looking at it after it's cooked. The potatoes, as I discussed, just drizzling it with some very nice extra virgin olive oil and some seasoning. And like I said, that'll go in the oven for probably an hour. I don't know if you can hear in the background, that is the gravy whirring away. Right, so I've done all the prepping. And like I said, I couldn't find cheese curd from Canada in England. So I'm using mozzarella and taleggio. Let's see what it tastes like. So I've made the gravy. It took a good hour and a half to make. Now usually you have a big old bowl of chips with a large dose of gravy, and then on it would be the cheese curd. I might actually put a bit more gravy on. I'm doing them separately. I'm not sure how this taleggio is going to go. I was trying to this is not stringy like I expected it to be, but we shall see. With poutine, you put loads of cheese on. But as this isn't cheese curd from Canada, and not quite the recipe I was expecting, I'm only going to put that much. Let's go taste it and see how it is with the wine. Hi, okay, so I've done the poutine. I've got our Malbec, and let's just taste it again. And it's lovely. Berries, full-bodied. Strawberries, plums, hint of caramel. So I've said this previously, but the whole point of wine is wine and food going together, and wine does does make the food taste different. So trying to keep to my heritage and my roots, and I went with the Canadian poutine, which is French Canadian, and I couldn't find cheese curd, so we've tried mozzarella with this again. So let's try my poutine. The gravy I think is spot on. I can't wait to get back to Canada when COVID's over and have some poutine. It's good. Thinking of snow in Quebec now. If I'm honest, I don't think this one altered the taste that much. It's quite salty. It should alter it a bit, but I haven't noticed it that much. This is still the mozzarella one that I'm trying. No, I don't think I've done this one well. I should have chosen a different wine, but this is a lovely wine still. And it still goes very nice with this, I must say. It just hasn't altered the flavors in any way like I expected it to. Even if it was just a little bit. If anything, I'd say it's less... it's less berries. It's a bit milder now, and it doesn't taste as much as ripened berries, which is what it sort of tasted like before. Still a nice wine though. Let's try the poutine I made with the taleggio. The taleggio is quite a strong smell. I'm not a fan of like strong cheeses, blue cheeses and things like that. So I don't know if I'm going to like this one, if I'm honest with you. It looks nice, but as soon as you open it, it has a strong sense of character. I stand corrected. So that actually works really nicely. This Malbec with the poutine I made with the taleggio cheese works so much nicer than the one with the mozzarella. It's smooth. It softens the character of the taleggio, because like I said, I think it's quite a strong cheese, and it's not a cheese I'd traditionally pick for myself. But it balances it out really nice, and it actually makes that cheese with the poutine taste better. This wine does. Let's try it one more time. Yeah. So the winner is this Malbec with the poutine and taleggio cheese. That was really nice. And that's it, episode 2. Episode 3, I was going to do Poland, and I was going to do pierogies that my grandma used to make. But I may actually do something Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, and do some pumpkin pie or something. I don't know yet. I'll think about it. But, you know, to my friends next door and to all my friends and family in America, I think it's a bit of a time for celebration. So we might do something Thanksgiving related next week. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and please subscribe if you do. If you want to see something, do let me know. If I didn't mention it already, I saw that somebody would like Merlots and would love some more cheese and wine pairings. I'll put that all together and we'll do something over the coming weeks. Thanks!